Hello and welcome to the full training video for the Stratas platform. Our goal for this video is to give you a full comprehensive training of the platform. What we'll do is we'll show you how to navigate Stratas. We will show you where to go and how to extract all the valuable insights that you will need so that at the end of the day, you can pull as much value out of the Stratas platform as possible for your business. Before we jump into it, our recommendation is that as we're going through the content and showing you how to navigate the platform, is that you do this on two screens if possible, where on one screen you have us, Hayden and I, showing you where to go, and then on another screen you have the platform up yourself, walking through with us in real time. It'll help you kind of figure it out on your own versus watching and having to remember later. So that's our recommendation. So without further ado, let's jump into it.
Let's do it. This is an end-to-end training video, so let's just start with step one. Let's get logged in. As you can see here, I am on the Stratas login page, and I'm going to continue. When you log into Stratas, you're going to be greeted by our welcome page, which helps point you in the right areas of what you need to get done on Stratas. You can create and optimize your job listings, review campaign performance, manage your leads, and also stay updated on all of our new marketing and features.
And now that we have gotten into the platform itself, let's break down each individual section of the Stratas platform, starting with the jobs section.
The first area we're going to walk through today is creating a job. I'm going to navigate to the Create Jobs page up here in the top left-hand side of the navigation. And this is the view that you'll see. We need to select a site. I'm going to select the RR Demo site. Then you can select a company, and I'm on the demo account. And then you can select a job group. And to build this job, I'm going to use our new Job Optimizer feature. And I'm going to go ahead and give this job a tagline. I'm going to say CDLA truck driver. Pretty simple, right? And I've taken a job description off the web, a couple little blurbs. It's nothing fancy, nothing special. And I'm going to go ahead and paste that in. So you see the job is not very structured. It's not very readable. So on the right-hand side of this job description, we see generate and optimize job content. I'm going to go ahead and click that button. And in a couple seconds, we have an optimized job description here. So here's our main little blurb about the job. And then it automatically places your benefits, your requirements into their own specific sections, which on the landing page will show up very cleanly and very nicely. But that's just with a very unorganized job description. So imagine the things that you can do with a very well-built job description already, and the AI can optimize it even further. And if we need to undo those AI changes, we can hit undo, and we're gonna get a pop-up, confirm that we want to revert, and we're back. This is a great way to build clean, useful, structured jobs that convert at a very high rate. And if we need to manage our jobs even further, we can hit the Manage Jobs tab. This page is going to show all of our jobs that we have built. It enables us to turn them off, turn them on, edit them, delete them, and more.
The cool thing about this AI job post optimizer is this. A lot of companies, when they're struggling with lead volume or they just need more leads in the pipeline, a lot of times they think the main problem is I'm not reaching enough candidates or I may be reaching them in the wrong place. What they don't realize is a lot of times you may be reaching the right people in the right place, but your job isn't optimized, your job posting isn't optimized, and it's not standing out from all the other options in the market. And when we say optimized, what that means is we've taken data from hundreds of clients, thousands of campaigns to say, how should we post a job? What should the headline look like? How should the benefits be listed and in what order? So taking all of the insights from across the industry, putting those into a tool so that you can take advantage of them and you will have more pipeline and more conversions because of it. Now, in another video, we'll show you some more premium features where you can take those job posts and directly from the platform, post them directly to your careers page. And now your careers page becomes an engine to produce more pipeline, but we will hit that in another video. The next really cool feature of Stratas really has come from client feedback, specifically around what it looks like to interact with Randall Reilly and their campaigns. So we heard feedback around, hey, I wish I had more visibility into what's running. What am I targeting? What does my budget look like? What locations am I in? So we've built a platform to where you get more visibility into that And at the same time, if you want to make changes and adjustments, you don't have to wait on someone responding to an email. You don't have to wait on scheduling a meeting. You can do it directly in the platform and have changes go live faster so that your marketing is more up to date with what the business needs.
So I'm going to navigate from the Manage Jobs page over to Manage Campaigns underneath the Marketing section. And we're going to see that there's 2 campaigns running right now, Company Driver and Regional. I'm going to go ahead and click on Regional. And this left-hand side contains all the different areas about your campaign and what you may need to do. And as Zach mentioned, we have the ability to request changes and updates. So let's say we want to change a location or request to change the location. I'm going to click on Location Targeting. And then when we need to go into edit mode, we can click the Edit button. And now we have the ability to make changes. So that's kind of a safeguard to make sure that we don't make any accidental changes. And we have further checks in place for that as well. Let's remove this location, and we'll see on the right-hand side that any campaign change that you make in this session is going to pop up. So if we move on to pay, and let's say we change our pay to $110,000 per year, that change also pops up, but nothing actually gets triggered until we click Initiate Changes. And even then, that's going to go to your Randall Reilly account team to be able to approve and to maybe have a conversation about those changes. So nothing is going to happen on this page that could negatively impact your campaign. And if we decide that we want to clear those changes out, we can hit the Clear Changes button and it's all gone. We're back to normal. All is well. We just learned how to request changes to our digital marketing campaigns. Let's navigate to the Review Performance page under Reporting to see how those campaigns are performing. On this page, you're going to get all the key metrics that matter for your digital marketing. You have budget info, cost per lead, cost per hire. You can see where your leads are coming from and more. To get more information on our leads, let's go to the Lead Details page underneath the View Calls and Forms. This page is sorted by your most recent leads. You can see what they've answered on short forms, their phone number, email. You can also click on a lead, change the status, and make a note.
So for lead details, depending on what your business looks like, will depend on how you use this particular functionality. For some of our clients, they don't necessarily have a sophisticated ATS in their process, in which case, like Hayden mentioned and showed you, they use this as a way to manage their leads and where those leads sit in the pipeline. They use it as an ATS really. And a lot of times they'll use it as a way to see what works and what doesn't. So as we look through campaigns here, you'll start to see some trends where, hey, I see that certain leads fall into different categories, different statuses that came from different channels. So maybe my Facebook leads tend to fall out of the process and they never make it to an interview. And meanwhile, my Google search leads are making it through to the interview, they're qualified. Tracking all of this data back to a channel is really why this lead detail in this reporting section exists, so that you can cut the losers, cut what's not working, and continue to find the winners. If you do have a sophisticated ATS, one of the main ways our clients use this today is a way to follow up on calls that you may have missed. An inbound lead is important, but the best lead you could possibly imagine is an inbound phone call. The problem is, data says that 20, 30, 40% of those calls are missed. And a lot of times our clients never knew it happened because they never left a voicemail. So this allows you the ability to see what leads were generated. And even if you miss the call, even if they didn't leave a voicemail, all hope is not lost. You have the reporting, you have the information to load into your ATS. In addition to that, one of the greatest things about this reporting dashboard is the hiring insights. So a lot of the feedback that we get from clients is specifically around hiring attribution, where hire attribution can be fuzzy at best and sometimes completely invisible at worst. Because the question is, do I use first touch attribution or do I use last touch attribution when I'm trying to decide who gets credit for a hire, or did I even generate a hire? Where did it come from? What the hire attribution allows you to do specifically within Stratas is to give you a clear picture of the leads that Randall Reilly generated. Did Randall Reilly play a part in this hire, and to what extent? And even better, what channel and eventually what ad generated that hire? So that again, it optimizes the front end of the campaign to where you're throwing money at what works and taking money away from what doesn't. In addition to that, what we're going to want to do as a team with your TA and recruiting staff is not just look at the hire. The hire is important, right? We've talked about hire attribution, that's bottom of the funnel. We've talked about lead details, that's top of the funnel. But what we found is what happens in the middle. This is where pipeline reviews are so important, and is where lead details come into play here, is because you'll find that a lot of leads, there are bottlenecks within the pipeline, and there are channels that produce different places in the pipeline that ruin the productivity, ruin the efficiency, and really rob you of getting more hires. So our hope is within the Stratas platform is that we're able to review the entire pipeline to see where are the bottlenecks and how can we optimize to get you more hires. So next up, why don't we do this? Last but certainly not least in the Stratas platform, let's close it up by looking at the market intelligence.
For market intelligence, let's click on the View Job Competition tab and navigate to Driver Positions. A cool thing about our market intelligence is you get real insight into how your job offerings stack up against other companies, and not just anonymous companies. There are company names that really give you intelligence on what you need to be paying, how you need to structure your jobs with sign-on bonuses and benefits to make sure you're competitive in particular areas. As you can see here, I am already searching in the Chicago-Naperville MSA. MSA stands for Metropolitan Statistical Area, which just gives us a great radius of how to begin our market intelligence search. Oftentimes, hiring and marketing is done in a radius. So we need to start at a very high level with an MSA, and if there's no MSA, then with a county, and then we can drill down further. More on this page is we have the ability to filter down by date, by job type on the right-hand side, route type, haul type, and more. So we can get very specific about what's happening across different jobs. We can see wage distribution, what different jobs have home time as a benefit, what jobs have a sign-on bonus, and then more information on particular companies in the area. The next section that I think we should talk about on this page is the market overview underneath Investigate Markets. This tells you how difficult it is to hire in a certain area. Right now we have our location on Alabama, and we can see that this is a difficulty of 4, meaning that our cost per hire and our leads, it may not be very difficult to recruit in that area. But if we're going somewhere like Chicago, like we just mentioned, let's check out that MSA, and it's a 6. So this tells us, okay, it may be a little bit harder to hire in this area, and we may have to do things a little bit differently. Along with this driver data, we also have mechanic and diesel technician data, trends, insights, and competitive job offerings on what's happening across diesel techs as well.
So outside of just knowing what the data says and the insights and how you can use that to be more competitive in the market, what we found is there's 3 main ways a company today will use this market intel. The first one is what we found with a for-hire fleet in the transportation industry, where they actually gave this data to their sales team. So they had the sales team, as they're going into RFPs, as they're bidding on new freight, they were able to use this data to see how competitive the market is and how they're going to price their loads, knowing what the competition in the market, which helps them be more competitive and get the best value from the sales opportunities that they're going after. The second one is growth and expansion planning. So a lot of times, especially in marketing, and especially as you're trying to grow the business, there's a tendency to run a campaign, realize the results, analyze what's happening, what happened with your campaign, optimize, and then keep going. So you're reacting to the data that you have. What market intelligence gives you is the ability to anticipate what you are going to receive and what you are going to see in the market, which helps you start on lap 2 or 3 in the race. I don't have to wait 2 to 3 months to run a campaign to get data on what's working and what's not, and am I competitive or am I not? I already know that information from day 1. So I anticipate what I'm going to see, and therefore I'm able to have a better campaign from day 1. And then lastly, and debatably the best way this is even used, is if you think about a recruiter or anyone who's recruiting for a position at your company, a recruiter they're a salesperson. Where a salesperson is selling a product or a service, a recruiter is selling a job. And just like salespeople want to know what's in the market, who are they competing against, what is their unique differentiator in the market so I can sell my position as it compares to the other options in the market, that's exactly what recruiters are going to want to do as well. They become even better recruiters because they have all of the data at their fingertips, not just what they offer, but how it compares to what else that particular candidate is going to be considering when looking for a job, which of course improves lead to hire ratios, increases efficiency, and gets you more higher volume without having to throw a bunch more cash at it. So up to this point, we've talked a lot about what is included within the Stratas platform itself. So before we wrap it up, I know that there's a lot of things outside of the platform that you would see that you are a beneficiary of. So why don't we take just a little bit and do a high-level overview of what else is included within Stratas that they may not even see within the platform.
Yeah, Zach, there's a few things behind the scenes that are critically important to the success of the digital marketing campaigns. I'll mention a few of them. Number 1, custom-built landing pages that are very high converting and critical to building a great campaign. Ad creative enhancements, helping you write copy that generates great leads. Free tracking numbers across your phone calls. Technology to pre-qualify the right leads and dismiss the leads that you don't need. Real-time connect automation to instantly connect recruiters to qualified applicants. And lastly, with our variety of ATS integrations, we drop off your leads immediately at your ATS or CRM. And these resources really deliver marketing efficiencies, but don't always get the limelight.
At the end of the day, what's important, it's not just about how to fill a position. It's about how to fill a position with the right person, the most qualified person, in the shortest amount of time. That's how you are able to realize the most impact to the business. So hopefully by this point, you've started to realize that what we found is companies don't just need another lead provider. They don't need more leads and just leads. What they need is a platform to help accent the entire recruiting process, give them insights into the market so they can anticipate what they're going to see, have tools to help them convert more people into a lead, have automation to get them on the phone, have reporting to help them see what's working, what's not. All of this is one big package to increase efficiency across the entire business. So what else would you add?
If you're in Stratas and you have questions, we can help with that, even just on the platform. If you click this cap up here, you're going to find our knowledge base and you can type in keywords about questions you may have. For instance, if you type create a job and you have questions, it's going to link you to a nice article that gives you an explanation. And if you have more questions that the knowledge base doesn't answer, our account team is always here to answer your questions and help you navigate the platform. And then lastly, we have big plans on the roadmap. With the emergence of AI and technologies, we've seen a few here today, but we're planning more things that aren't just flash. They're not buzzwords. It's not AI for the sake of AI. It's AI for the sake of our clients' outcomes. Stay tuned.
Well said. We'll see you next time.